Welcome to Speak Free with Matty G, the podcast that celebrates free speech, truth, and open discussion. Hello and welcome to Speak Free with Matty G, episode 32. I'm joined here today by a good mate of mine, Will Conn. This is your second time on here. Basically a year later.
Crazy.
So
time
yeah,
flies.
fucking time has flown. I know. You're on here last December. Obviously, at that time, you had plans to release music. You played a bit of music on here. One of them being your first single that you released.
Debut, yep.
Which was it was cool. It was cool for me to when you announced it to be like, fuck man, I've heard that before, eh? Like, and then I realised, oh fuck, you played it on the potty.
Yeah. It was the first time I ever played it anyway.
Yeah,
really,
fuck.
Yeah,
well, there you go. That's my claim.
G podcast. There it is.
That's my claim to fame. But yeah, it's obviously like you've come far from a year ago. And I've seen such a growth not only in your artistry but also in
personality as well.
Yeah. I think you're so much more comfortable now, talking about, I guess, not talking about yourself, but putting yourself out there as like, yes, I want to be taken seriously as a professional music artist.
So it's taken about a full year to get to that, like to get there basically. Because it's been insane ride, and I'm just sort of at the stage now where I can release the music and I just keep writing and just releasing more. So
that's awesome. So we obviously we'll get right into the details of it. But first we'll talk about, obviously you've released 2 singles now. The first one being Far Apart. And the second one being Not Mad.
Yep.
Not Mad just came out about a week ago.
A week ago, yep.
Yeah, so when this drops Tuesday, it'd probably be like, week and a half.
A bit,
Banger, mate. Absolute banger.
Thank you.
I was actually
Thanks so much.
I was actually playing them on the way to Canberra for Spilt Milk.
Good
so my mates were in the car and they were like, fuck man, he sounds like Ed Sheeran, eh?
I
was like, here we rap with that.
Yeah, that's a compliment. Yeah, I'll take that.
But for you, when did that point come where you went, you know what, you were writing for a long time before you put out.
I've been writing for, I reckon I'd say about 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah. So you've probably written fucking
I'd
ton of
say
songs.
over 100, I'd say.
Yeah.
Some I don't finish. Some are, I don't know.
You have like a solid verse and then.
I should finish them, but if I start writing them and I'm like, it's not really, I don't know if it's worth finishing this one, I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Ed Sheeran, I was watching a YouTube video. He reckons that even if you think a song's bad, just finish it. But I just feel like it's not worth finishing. But I don't know. I need to start finishing the songs.
Yeah. No, but I get what you mean. Like, obviously, I don't know. I don't think I've ever talked about this on here, and not with that many people. But obviously, I write lyrics as well.
Yeah. You do.
I can't really write fucking music.
Itself,
and I can't sing for shit.
No, it takes a while to learn.
I sent Will one of my songs actually.
Very good. Yeah, I like it. You need to send more, actually.
I'm keen to write more. I've got some shit to say.
100%, man.
But I get what you mean. Like I've written like a verse and like maybe a chorus or a hook,
and then
I'm like,
it's no good,
and I've been like, fuck this, or I can't think of like how to finish it, so then I just leave it there and like.
I actually think that's my worst habit. I reckon, just
Yeah.
not finishing them. I need to start finishing them, but what can you do?
Yeah. So how long ago did you write Far Apart, which obviously became your debut single?
Honestly, I think it was like, it'd be about 2 years ago now. Like a long time.
So
a long time, maybe even longer.
Because it's a lot about to do with obviously
Bit
lockdown.
Of COVID, COVID lockdown. I actually wrote it during COVID lockdown, but I'm not sure if it was the first or the second because there was so many lockdowns.
Man, I don't even know what fucking year. Those 2 years just get mixed up for me.
I thought it was like
it feels like just 1 year.
It feels like it was it feels like 3 years. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
feels like a long time.
It's weird now. Like when I look at back at things like in 2019, it actually is like a different fucking world.
Well,
like
100%.
I don't. Yeah. And it's funny that to me, like so many people, not to get too political.
Go for it.
But I fucking will.
Go for it.
But everyone's like forgotten about what the fuck they did to us for 2 years.
Yeah, that's it.
Over a fucking flu.
And some people are still, I don't know, I don't want to get political at all, but some people are still crazy about it.
Oh man, I know. I saw a comment today about there was scenes
on Facebook
in Fed Square.
Yeah.
And this woman writes, great, another super spreader event.
Yeah, yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
That was the actual thing I saw, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Are you kidding?" I think I thought it was done. Yeah,
It was probably my comment that came
No,
up
I actually
underneath it.
saw. Yeah, probably actually. Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
that was the exact one I saw. Yeah,
Yeah, because I wrote,
crazy.
surely your 300th booth, so we'll save
Yeah.
you.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually saw that. That's funny.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so obviously not to get too much into fucking COVID and shit, but when did you then decide from when you wrote it? Obviously you wrote it fucking 2 years ago or year and a half ago at least. When did you decide that's the one I want to master? And
I didn't decide until I'd actually recorded both of them. So I've done like a lot of demos with it's just like I could go on forever about. So I started writing music, and then I went to someone whose name is Robbie McPherson. He's unreal. He just has like a garage in Glenorrhea, and I recorded about 5 or 6 demos with him, and Fire Apart and Not Mad were both those within those demos. And then I got the demos back whilst I was overseas. So I went overseas with my girlfriend for I think 6 weeks, and sort of everything just was leading up to going overseas, and I was so excited to go overseas. And then sort of during or whilst I was overseas, I sort of thought to myself, like, I couldn't stop thinking about when I get back, what I do with the music, what I do. And I just sort of, I was just at my grandparents' house in Spain, and I just sort of thought to myself, okay, when I get back, I'm going to give it a red hot crack, and I'm going to give it my all. And I guess that's where we're at the moment. I got to the point where I took those songs, I chose 2 demos, which were Not Mad and Far Apart, and I took them to my other producer, which is Charlotte Adele, of which my studio is called Forbes Street Studio in Sydney. And we did the 2 songs before I had any plans of releasing, and then I sort of chose which one I wanted to release first, and then here we are, I guess.
Yeah. And how much were you fully hands-on in, I guess, the journey of it, going from an acoustic song to a finished mastered track? How involved were you in that, or did you sort of leave that up to the engineers and just approve it?
Well, I sort of. Can I have a water, man? I was just looking at
There's probably cold ones in the fridge, to be honest. No.
So I basically took that song. We'll start with Fire Apart. I took Fire Apart to Robbie. I sat down with him. Well, he sort of wanted to work with me as much as I wanted to work with him. I didn't really know how to get into the industry at all. So we sat down with Robbie, and we sort of discussed what our plans were, and just started at Fire Apart was the first one we recorded. And basically I just sit behind him. He's the freak at everything. Like, he can play like every instrument and do all the sounds that need doing and everything like that. And so he's an absolute weapon at that. And I just sort of say, like, he sort of has an idea I play the acoustic song to him, and he sort of has an idea of where we go, and we just go from there. And basically that's how it started. And then the same thing happens with Charlotte. I take the demo to Charlotte. She says, I like this, I don't like that. And then it's just a huge process for each song. But you sort of get there in the end,
Yeah. And is where you ended up, obviously you would have been fucking happy with it because you released it. But is that what you sort of envisioned in your head when you saw it as a finished track?
I did, yeah. That was, it took a long time to get to the point where I was like, yes, that's exactly how I was thinking in my head of Fire Apart being. That is what I wanted it to be, because we had so many, like, my producers wanted, some of them wanted it to be a more acoustic song, some of it wanted to be more like a poppy song, and I just always had Fire Apart in my head. And when we got to the stage of when I was ready to release it, that was the song that I wanted to.
And then obviously you followed up with Not Mad, which I hadn't heard before until it got released. But that was
very different.
It's very different. Yeah, and that's what I liked about it. It looks like so. I think a lot of artists, especially, I feel like in Australia, it's very common in Australia with like triple J artists and stuff. I feel like a lot of their shit sounds the same. Like a lot of their, and it was cool to hear such a different like sound for you. Within, like, even the tempo of the song is different to what you've done like before.
Well, a lot of I don't know, it's hard. A lot of people say the opposite, and they say you should stick to your genre, and then as you get more followers, you sort of release, like I remember a producer told me, it's like entering a house. You got to get them in the house before you show them around all the rooms.
Yeah.
And I sort of just thought, I always knew Far Apart and Not Mad were going to be my first two. I just always knew, after hearing the demos back, and I just knew that they were the ones that I was going to release first. And I wasn't too worried about how different sounding they were. I feel like they showcase me as an artist at the moment. I feel like there's a hell of a lot more to come, but at the moment, that's what I am as an artist.
Yeah.
Those two songs. And In the Middle.
Yeah.
In the middle.
And I think they do represent you pretty well. And it's not like they're crazy different. It's just like a slightly different style. Yeah, it's just a slightly different style of pop.
But it's like, I don't know if you want to compare. Like, I always compare to Ed Sheeran, but I probably shouldn't because he's a freak. But like it's like a Castle on the Hill in Shape of You, sort of.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, fuck, Castle on the Hill. That's such a good song, man.
It is one of my favorites.
Are you going to see him live?
I saw him when I was in Europe.
Oh right,
when we were away. Yeah, I saw him at in Cork in Ireland.
Oh fuck, that would have been mad.
Honestly, the sickest thing ever.
Yeah,
I love him. He's like my idol. So
did he have like the stage in the middle?
Yes, revolving stage and everything. Yeah, honestly, it was like the fourth show. I think he like the fourth one of the Equals tour. So
yeah,
crazy.
Good set list.
Oh,
perfect.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah, I'm fucking kidding.
Every song.
It's been my third time.
Every top song from every album that he has ever done.
Yeah, that's mad. We'll talk about obviously you had a debut launch night for your single.
And you came along.
I came along.
Thanks for coming.
It was a good night. How was that for you, performing in front of all your family and friends?
It's so good. That's kind of the idea behind the launch night, was so that I could perform in front of family and friends. It took me a lot of organising, but I think it was worth it to because you guys have all been like unreal to me, so I sort of looked at it as a way to thank you guys, I guess.
Yeah,
and just have a good night. And
it was a good vibe there, man. I had a lot of fun. It's a good venue, very good venue.
We went out to Cargo Bar. I think it was Cargo Bar after. It was mad.
Did you?
Had a great time. Yeah. The place is so good. They play all the like Taylor Swift bangers and like all that shit.
I have been there before.
I'm really into that kind of sing along stuff. So I
it's a good vibe. Yeah, if you're in a good mood. Yeah.
Sick. It was so good.
How does it feel different for you now, obviously releasing music? And I don't know if you played your own stuff previously out, when you were doing, pubs and stuff. But how does it feel for you personally playing your own music compared to playing covers of other songs now?
Do you want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
I much prefer playing my own stuff.
Yeah.
Like, way prefer. Like, covers is not like, although it's like how I get my money at the moment, it's not where I want to be. I want to be like playing my own music at my own shows. Like I think that's where I want to be, and I just want to be there now. But things take time, and I'm slowly understanding that the more that I'm in the music industry, and I guess that's I want to be somewhere, but it just takes time, and more doors will open the more time you spend in the industry, I guess.
Yeah, 100%.
And they are slowly opening. There's a few things happening here and there, and I'm very excited for next year and what it has to offer.
Yeah, are you hitting up? Obviously, not that I listen to them on the daily, because fuck, I couldn't stand to.
What is it?
But Triple J as a whole,
I don't know how to take Triple J. I don't like. Me personally, I don't know how to. Like, I've uploaded my songs to Unearth, but I don't know how they. I don't know anything about Triple J Unearth. So
yeah,
I've uploaded them, but I don't know. And
I think it's just about like, I don't know. I think people just go on there and listen to shit, and then they have like an Unearthed radio show. I think where they play just
who
shit.
listens to it though. Like I don't understand. Oh no, I'm not dissing like Triple J or anything, but like who goes on to Triple J Unearthed and starts listening to. I don't know. I find all my music through Spotify and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anyone who does.
I don't know anything about Triple J, man, so I can't comment.
But I mean, some huge artists have come from there.
Massive artists.
I mean, Tones and I is probably the best.
Kid Leroy, I think, started at Triple J.
I think Kid Leroy put his music on there.
He's a freak, so...
Fucking,
like, there's been huge artists. I just don't understand, me personally, how how it happened, how it all happened. But that might come in the next year or so.
I think it gives
out.
like an avenue for Triple J to start playing your shit too. And, obviously if you get a bit of a following from there, they chuck you on a festival lineup at 12 o'clock on a fucking
that's true,
small stage, and then you go from there.
But that's crazy. What I was saying about the doors opening. Those little things that are happening just start opening, and then when you get your foot in the door, that's when you.
Well, that's it. It's a lot about who you know, and just networking and talking to everyone, and I've talked a bit about this with like people like Adam Spence and Hoon and stuff that have come on here, and just the importance of like just saying hello and introducing yourself to people. And if someone's a rude cunt, fuck them then. Who cares? Like the 100%. Worst, honestly, the worst that can happen is people go, "You're an annoying cunt, fuck off." Like cool.
Which most of the time they won't do that anyway. I find most people have time for you if you give it to them. So and that way, like the more people you're saying hello to, and the more people you're talking about your music with, the more chance there is. I asked my producer, because she goes around everywhere. Charlotte, she does stuff in Brisbane and stuff, so I always ask her to, like, if she meets someone new, just push my song in that direction, and she does that. So you just never know. That's the perfect example.
Yeah, like I've come in contact with people before just out and about, and it's crazy what it sort of leads to, you never know. Just the smallest little interactions can,
It's like, I don't know, I'm not there yet, so I can't really comment, but I feel like it's the things that you would never expect. Like, I might be playing a gig at, I don't know, like somewhere small, and there's just one guy that's like, I don't know, a
got
massive,
connections.
like a big dog in the industry, and like that's it,
Yeah.
Oh, if you get one person that believes in you, I think that's you're good.
Yeah. What did Lady Gaga saying?
What did she say?
Have you seen that thing?
No,
right, you should see the montage on YouTube. It's like when you can have 100 people in the room and 99 don't believe in you. All it takes is just one.
I love that shit. I love it, man. I love it.
She said it like every single fucking interview, every fucking press conference, like leading up to A Star Is Born, like getting released and shit.
Just takes one.
And it's just like
it's so true though. Like I love it. I love that shit. So
I mean, I agree. Like it does just take one person,
one person that wants to help. I think that's the big thing, and believes in your talent. Yes, believes in your talent. So, and you never know when that's going to happen. It could be tomorrow. It could be in 5 years. I just got to keep grinding. That's the thing for me.
And keep. I mean, I think you've got such a talent, because you not only can sing really fucking well and play guitar really fucking well, but you can also write really well.
Yeah, thank you.
And I think when you've got something to say rather than saying something for someone else, I think it just adds so much more to an artist, and I think you can connect with your fans a whole lot more. Like, look at the biggest artists in the world right now, right? Like that era of pop churning, fucking just your typical bullshit pop songs, right? That's over now. I feel.
Yeah.
You
What's
look at
an example
biggest,
of that? Would you say?
Like I would say, like 2000s Britney Spears. Yes. I
agree.
Yeah, like people like early 2000s Rihanna, and that sort of style is just.
I still listen to Rihanna.
It's still
not the new song. The new song, I don't.
I don't know how well she'll go at Super Bowl.
I didn't know she was playing at Super Bowl.
Weird choice. I would have chose Taylor Swift if I was the NFL.
Taylor Swift, she's a weapon.
Yeah, she's fucking a weapon, bro. She's fucking so popular. It's insane. Like I used to be a bit of a hater, and then I watched a documentary on Netflix, and now I'm
insane.
I only hated her because I'm a Kanye stan, bro. Like, my boy.
I don't know much about that kind of. I've heard about it though, the Kanye and Taylor Swift sort of thing, but.
I just think, Kanye's fucking getting dragged at the moment.
He's getting drilled. He's getting drilled. He's getting absolutely
I'm going to fucking defend him publicly now and say he's still a king.
So. He'll appreciate that.
Yeah, he'd probably invite me to his house, cunt. He fucking has no friends at the moment.
I'm sure he'll be watching this.
He just needs one person to believe in him.
That's exactly right, just the one.
But I think, when you look at the biggest artists in the world right now, you look at Ed Sheeran, you look at Taylor Swift, you look at Adele, you look at, there's so many fucking other examples I'm trying to fucking think of right now.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, the biggest of the biggest right now is all people who write their own music.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important
Or have
thing,
a small team that they write with, and... Not just like getting sent a song by fucking
No, I think that's the most important thing in the music is just to write your own. And that's the thing I enjoy the most as well. Like I love sitting down in my music room at home and just just me and a guitar, and I just love writing about stuff like, could be anything, like stupid stuff.
Yeah.
I've written about like the roguest things ever, but you love doing it, so you just do it. You know?
Yeah. And it's probably therapeutic for you as well.
Oh,
like
massively.
It's very cathartic to get that out. And
if there's something I'm worried about and I write about it, it's done, it's put away, and that's it, you know?
Yeah.
Record on my voice memos, I might come back to it, and I got so many voice memos on my phone, like you wouldn't believe. And sometimes when I'm bored, I just go through my voice memos and just look up, oh shit, I forgot I wrote that song, or oh shit, that song actually sounds pretty cool, I might use that. And I sometimes rewrite, or I sometimes just sit with it, but that's my plan for next year, is to just go through all those songs, pick the ones I want, start with the demo with Robbie, take Robbie to the studio with Charlotte, and just keep on releasing.
Yeah.
Every sort of 3 months, I reckon.
And do you want, obviously, this collection of tracks you're going to release, do you want that to be your first album, or are you going to release an EP? Or
personally, I think, like, obviously I've only been in the industry, I'd say about 6 months now, but I think the way that I look at it is singles, just constantly, like, say every 2 or 3 months. It's just a new single, new single, new single, new single. And if you get enough of that fan base, I think that's when you sort of look towards the album. Like, honestly, I could release an album, like, obviously you have to record it, but I've written that many songs, I could release an album in like 3 months, but you just don't have the facilities and time to do all that straight away. So,
and do you see an album as not so much like I think what's really become popular within probably the last, I'd say, maybe 5-6 years in the music industry is like an album really having a theme or like a strong sort of message throughout the whole album, and sort of being a whole body of work that you listen to from start to finish. Like, I think that's very popular at the moment, rather than just like a collection of fucking songs.
Random songs.
Do you see it as that, or would you be happy to put out like just a fucking 10 tracks?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I think all your songs, because they're written by you, all have some sort of... They're all similar in some sort of way, I think, because they're written by you. If you take songs from all different artists and put it in an album, then it wouldn't make sense. But because they're all written by you, they all have some similarities, and I feel like you could sort of pick and choose. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't even really thought about an album yet, to be honest.
Maybe you should do the Adele thing and just go by your age.
Every so often, yeah. No, maths.
She did that well.
With the maths.
That was.
I think that's such a good idea, and he's got one more, and obviously I don't know the bloke, but he reckons that his last one's next year, and then it's kid time, and
what's he got left?
Chill out. Subtract. Yeah. He's called it Subtract. Actually, my bad.
Oh, really?
It's called Subtract. Yeah.
Wow. I wonder why he didn't do... Oh, well, has he... Well, I guess he's released some, like, that probably new single will be on it.
Which new single?
The one he wrote for, like, Pokemon or whatever.
Oh, yes. Not a huge... Celestial, yeah. Not a huge... I'm not huge on it.
Yeah, me neither.
But I don't know if that will be on... I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Who knows?
Because I was just thinking he did, like, the mathematics tour, and then...
Well, I think
actually has the subtract, like...
Yes, it does. And I think that's...
But he'll probably be on World Tour for fucking 3 years anyway.
Yes, could be, yeah. He's just a freak. Like, he can do that because he's Ed Sheeran. Like, not many artists in the world can do that and sell them out consistently. Like,
I know, in stadiums.
Yes.
Like, not just fucking
exactly.
Stadiums.
You don't see that all the time. So.
Yeah, like that's in sort of Sydney, where he's going to be playing to 200,000 people.
In 2 days.
In 2 days.
2 days?
Because he's playing in the round.
Yeah, 2 days.
So that'll be the whole stadium around seating plus on the floor.
Yes.
Like Adele, I went and saw the only other concert I've seen with that sort of setup before is Adele.
Yes.
The one time she came to Australia.
That's unreal that you've seen Adele. I'm jealous about that.
She was fucking unreal, eh? Like that day getting tickets, like it was insane. We couldn't get through like online, and so we called. I think like it doesn't even work now when you call Ticketek.
Oh, how far?
Then it did.
Don't talk to me, man.
And I got through, and I'm like, I need 3 of the best fucking tickets you got. Yeah. And she's like, all right. And she got us like A reserve seating. We were like that close, and very, very cool. Very cool experience.
Very
like,
jealous.
Even if you're not a massive fan of someone like that, like I've gone to concerts where I'm actually not that big a fan of their music personally.
Yeah.
But because they're such a massive act,
I'm
like, I've got to see these cunts before I die.
Agreed.
Like,
100%.
Yeah, and I'll go.
I'm a bit like that as well. Like I'm not really too worried about who I go and see. Is if they're an act, like they're an act, and they're good enough to be selling those crowds out, and so they've obviously they're good, so it's worth watching, you know.
Yeah, if they're a world class act like that, it's like it's hard to
pass up.
Yeah, it is.
And you see them you scroll through like who's coming to Australia, and you just like clicking every single one because you want to go to more. Except for Luke Combs, you can't go to Luke
that's
Combs.
where all my
no one can go. Oh, did you? Of course. I want to go to Morgan Wallen. That's a big one.
My friend will hopefully get tickets to him.
Yeah, I reckon he's
he's awesome. But when you, I guess this is a bit of probably a loaded question, but when you sort of close your eyes at night and think about the fucking future of your career, do you envision, I'm a big believer in like putting, manifestation, like once you fucking see it and, you can really make it happen. Do you see yourself playing like stadiums and fucking massive festivals?
That's a dream for me. Yeah. By like 100%, that's the dream for me. And I'm not good. I'm at the stage where like last year I remember saying like, I'm not sure if I want to do music, blah, blah. I'm at the stage now where like I'm giving it my all and I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
Like I'm not giving myself another option. Like I put all my, I shouldn't, I've been watching Love Island with my girlfriend, so put all my eggs in the one basket.
Yeah.
You don't watch
I don't watch Love Island, no, but I know that saying.
I shouldn't say that, It's so embarrassing. Oh, well.
But,
speak free.
But you know what? That's good that you do that, because I feel like when you have a plan B, so many people look to that safe option and they see it as like a backup. If you give yourself, a chance, there's no chance of failing. Like you have to.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Succeed.
And next year's I have so many plans for next year. I have so many people wanting to get in contact. Like I've had, I don't know how much I should say on here, but I've had like labels from like Portugal and like stuff you would never in your wildest dreams like imagine them coming to you saying, I've got this DJ, I want to work with you. Like, and just those little cracks in the door, and I don't know, just every opportunity I get, I'm going to take, and I just want to release songs every 2 or 3 months with all different artists, and I love it, so I just want to do it forever,
that's cool. So when you say like DJs or people say like, we've got a DJ that wants to work with you, like do you mean like just a producer or like
producer
like,
/ DJ?
Yeah, so,
and a label as well. So.
And like for their music, and you be like the vocals of? Or
so
like
no, actually he wants to do an instrumental. Well, he actually came to me just saying he wanted to work with me, and I sort of figured out what would be the best way to do it, and I think the best way would be for him to create for the producer to create the instrumental track and send it through to me. I write to it, go into Forbes Street Studio, and they sort out the payment for that and everything, and then record on top of that, and then send it back to them, and then they release it through the label. So there's just a few things happening. Like I never expected to release these 2 songs and just be like, why aren't I up here? Like I'd never expect that, but it's just like I expect some things to happen, no matter how small they are. I expect something to happen, and they are happening. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Well, that's good. You're putting your art out there into the world, so to get that reciprocation and I guess have people interested is
massive to me. Yeah, that's the goal exactly. And I can't wait to do it either. Like, because as I said, I love doing what I do. So to be able to do it with someone in Portugal, it just blows my mind. Like, how can he? I don't know how like the world is such a big place, but we still manage to do stuff like that.
It's very connected. I think Australia especially has such an advantage now with not advantage over the rest of the world, but advantage from where Australians used to be. In terms of the music industry of like reaching so many more people.
For sure. Yeah.
That's why it was such a massive fucking deal before for Australians to especially Australian bands to crack into the US market. I mean, it still is. It's very hard to crack into.
It's extremely hard.
But I think it happens more often now than it did before. It's the reason AC/DC is such a massive fucking band, they did like In Excess, and they went over there and fucking did it. And what did I? So with obviously we're coming up to the end of the year, and you'll probably not release any more music before the end of the year.
Christmas time.
But do a Christmas album.
No. Maybe one day, you never know.
When your career's dying, and then you need a bit of extra cash.
Maybe.
I feel like a Christmas album is like is like equal to being a judge on the X Factor. Like no one's buying your shit anymore. No one's coming to your concerts.
But it works.
It works. I think it works. I mean, it worked for fucking Bublé.
People, he's killed it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He never has to do anything anymore. He's just got Christmas every year, the same thing.
He just goes into hibernation.
Yeah,
the whole
exactly.
Year
That's all he needs to do.
Late November.
And sings a few Christmas songs and away you go. That's exactly
makes another couple million. And fucks off.
Yeah, 100%.
But when do you think you'll be releasing new music?
I hope to. What's in December? I hope to have something out before sort of about March. I'm thinking March. I hope that either. Like, I've had a few people come to me wanting to remix Not Mad as well, which I think is pretty cool. So there might be some stuff before then. Like, I'm not real sure on dates and everything, but I hope to have another song that's my own about March, I think.
Yeah. Now that's mad. People want to remix your
a lot of song. I've actually been taken back about a lot of people come to me wanting to remix. So
it does have that bop fucking
it's cool.
Like it could have a mad drop to it.
I can't wait to hear because I have no expectation on it. So when they send it through to me, I can't wait to hear it and just be like, oh, that sounds sick. I can't wait for that. So,
I guess with writing and with releasing your own music, obviously there comes there's a sense of vulnerability
massively
in doing that. Were you ever sort of, I guess, nervous? When were you most nervous? Like the day before you released your first song, or or were you just like rolling?
No, I was more excited really to get my stuff finally out there because it's been such a long, I'd say it's been 3 years to get to this stage. I was more excited than anything. I was never nervous. I think next year I will get nervous because I have a feeling I know the songs that I want to release next and I don't know how they're going to be taken. So I guess that might be a bit nerve-wracking for me, but I'm not up to that stage yet.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
And I did want to ask you about Not Mad also, and sort of the story behind that. Obviously, I know the story behind
Fire Apart.
Yeah. But yeah, what's Not Mad? What was the story behind that? What made you write that, I guess?
There's a friend of mine was going through, and he'll know who he is if he's listening. He was going through I wouldn't even call it a relationship really, like a 2-month, it was a relationship, but it was quite quick, and he's just got in that stage where he was they were struggling, and it just wasn't, and he kept coming to our house and telling us about all these problems and stuff. He was actually there, he stayed there for a while with her, so I sort of put myself in his shoes and just wrote from his perspective.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
That's I was thinking it must be something like that.
Yeah, because I wasn't going through. I wasn't going through any troubles, but I just sort of put myself.
Love life is
it's going good. It's going good. So I wasn't going through it myself, but I think I love being able to do that because so many people have all different stories. So being able to tap into their perspective, I think that's really cool.
It shows a lot of talent in your writing skills.
I love doing it.
Because it's not easy just in general to put yourself in someone else's shoes in just general life, let alone to then tell a story about it.
100%. Yeah. So basically, I just wrote about the process of him. Yeah, left my snap on red, but that stuff just happens anyway sometimes.
Yeah.
But
just people are just
pretty generic.
Cunts, but
people, you said it.
Yeah, people need to be more like me. Just be a good cunt.
Be a good guy. You get far.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, treat people like shit. Expect a shit life.
Yeah, expect to be treated the same.
Yeah. What's your, I guess, within the next 12 months, we should do an interview every year. It would be like the fucking Billie Eilish ones.
No, I love, that's
have you seen those?
Billie
Eilish,
no, I haven't.
Interview a year apart.
No,
that's
I haven't
a very
seen
cool
it.
concept.
Yeah, it would be. It would be
it's
really
with
cool.
Vanity Fair.
I think the way that I talk, if someone listens to last year's and listens to now, I think it'll be completely different.
It's worlds apart.
Yeah.
Worlds apart.
So it's a good I'm making steps, in the right direction.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Fuck, mate. You could tell
I'm very happy with where I'm at the moment.
I mean, last podcast, don't get me wrong, I loved it.
I know what you mean though. Yeah, I know exactly. I struggled. I struggled.
And but that's why it's so refreshing now to see, what
steps,
a year has done.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I can see it in your eyes now, you fucking want this.
Yeah, I can't, I can talk to someone for hours about how much I want it, but I just got to show people rather than talking about it, you know.
Yeah.
I want to get there. So
well, that's it. You just keep churning out the fucking tunes, mate. And,
exactly. Yeah, I just keep going, keep releasing sort of every 3 months, and hopefully, fingers crossed, one day it'll be all worth it. Well, not that it's not all worth it now, but like I'm happy to have songs out. Like it's a huge step, but I want more.
Yeah, you want to make.
I'm hungry.
You want to make a living.
Yeah.
Off it. You want this to be like a
I'm hungry.
Your whole life.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. If you can do if I can do this for the rest of my life, what a life, you know? Yeah.
I think that's what's so cool about the music industry compared to other, I guess, creative industries, especially acting and stuff.
I'm the worst actor in the history of actors. I'm horrible. I can.
Do you mean for like your music videos and shit?
Oh man, I cringe at myself in the music videos. Fuck, I can't even talk to you about that.
Can you watch them back?
And the photos and stuff, like the single covers and stuff like that. Like it takes like a day to get a photo because like I just can't. Like I'm just not good at it. I don't know. I know why Ed Sheeran has the math symbols. Like it doesn't have his face because you know. It's just the way, I'm horrible. Acting, even worse. Like, music videos, no good.
But I think with acting, it's like, you know, obviously there can be people from all walks of life, you know, make it. But to really make it, Hollywood is so fucking small because there's only a certain amount of movies being made, you know, or TV shows being made or whatever the fuck. And most people already have connections in the industry from birth because they're someone's son or someone's daughter. And I think it's a much harder industry to, you know, it's a very elite fucking, you know, I went to NIDA and that, and I walked out of there after I finished my course, and I just thought, you know what, I don't even want to be in this fucking industry.
Yeah, fair.
Because you're cunts. Like,
I know nothing about the industry, so.
Yeah, there's still good people in there, but it's not like, I don't think there's that down-to-earth attitude, and coming from the Hawkesbury and coming from, you know, Western Sydney as a whole, I think you're born with that sort of down to earth, you know, don't have a stick up your ass attitude.
100%. Yeah.
And I think that's what's cool about the music industry is some of the greatest artists of all time.
So down to earth. Yeah,
have just come from fucking, you know, not that they've come from a bad background, but just they don't have someone in that. It's just hard work and fucking talent, and they get there because people
perseverance, just not giving up.
And I think I fuck with that a lot more because their lyrics actually speak to me. Then you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
I think once you start talking about, you know, you're fucking moving to your $10 million cribs and your fucking parties in Hollywood. I agree. That's when you lose me because I don't relate and I don't think it's believable. And I think
that's like the big, I don't know, rappers
and shit.
But I think still, I listen to rap all the time. I love rap. So
I can get like I fuck with it like for a I love rap in general, but I think like with the lyrics I can like fuck with it if it's like a party vibe and shit. But if I
understand if they're talking about
I need to relate and if it's not
if
about
they're talking about having the big mansions and stuff, it's not. You can't. Really, no one can really relate to it. So
it's not. It's like the 1%. You know, it's like talk. You know, preach to the fucking.
I want to know about how you got there, not where you are now.
Like I think one of the best songwriters of all time is like Amy Winehouse, and just her storytelling skills is just fucking phenomenal. Like, man, and she just came from like fucking, you know, just London girl. And
did you know that she didn't write Valerie?
Yeah, it's Mark Ronson, right? Yeah.
I only just figured that out like maybe a month ago, and I was shook. Like,
I don't even think it's on her albums.
Oh, I don't know. Like, everyone knows the song.
I think it was on Mark Ronson's album.
I just couldn't believe it. I was like, that's an Amy Winehouse song, and no, it's not. So I was wrong.
Yeah.
Crazy, like
that is blew my mind. That is crazy. I like
the original's so much different as well. I don't know. Have you ever heard the original?
Yes, like the actual Mark Ronson.
Oh no! Like the Valerie before.
Oh, whose song was it originally?
I don't know who it was, but just listen to it. It's just so much different.
Oh, right, okay.
Amy Winehouse took it to like another level.
Yeah.
It just blew my mind. I couldn't get over that for a while.
It's weird how it could be someone else's song and like all anyone knows is Amy Winehouse doing it.
Yeah.
And like
that's like that Callum Scott, Dancing on My Own.
Yeah, that's
someone else did that.
Yeah, it was
Robin.
Yeah, it was like
completely different.
Track. Yeah.
He just killed it, and that's now pretty much his. Like, it's not his song, but it is. You know.
Yeah, I think he did that on like Britain's Got Talent or some shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Freak. He's an absolute freak.
Yeah, he's got a voice of a fucking angel.
Yes, he does. Yes,
Yeah.
he does. Very much so.
Who do you think would be your biggest, obviously Ed Sheeran, but who do you think would be your biggest influences in your music, I guess? Who do you sort of listen to and not want to copy their sound?
Like as in, like artist-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously Ed Sheeran's the top and he always will be. But I've been really into sort of like older music at the the Beatles. I love the Beatles. My grandfather was I think it's in my Spotify. I don't know what it's called.
Like your bio?
Yeah, your bio. Yeah, obviously bio. My grandfather was a film producer for the Beatles, so he knew them like really well. And I've only just started.
Hell.
Yeah, like I only just started getting into it because you just like when you're young, you're growing up. Oh, who's the Beatles? Like, ugh.
Is your grandfather still alive?
No, he passed away. That was the reason for going to Europe.
Right. Okay.
So he passed away late last year, and I sort of like I have so many regrets because like now I'm like he has a book and I'm reading his book and there's so many questions that I'd love to ask him, but obviously you can't do it anymore. But that's like probably one of my bigger regrets at the moment is just not understanding how big that is. Like he was huge. If I'm half the success that he was, I'm pretty happy, you know.
Yeah,
absolute.
That's fucking crazy, man. I mean, the Beatles
and I'm reading his book,
massive.
and there's so many like stories and stuff behind everything that went on.
Yeah,
and I just wish I was there to ask him, but I like obviously, I was with him for a long time. Like we went over and saw him every year and stuff, but I just never understood how big the Beatles were until like sort of now, and they're just like they pretty much shaped the music industry. So
massively.
Pretty much. And I've been into Elvis as well, massively into Elvis.
Yeah. Did you see the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah.
I love
very
it.
good movie.
Yeah. He's a freak, Elvis.
Yeah. It's so, it's crazy. Like these people they're just so mammoth. They're almost like, they're not even human anymore. You know, they just take on a life of their own, like people like Michael Jackson and, you know,
I tell you what blew my mind with Elvis is he didn't leave the country. He got that big, like world renowned.
So he never toured internationally?
Never. Because his manager was shafty and he couldn't leave the country for some reason, so he persuaded him into staying.
Oh, wow.
But man, I could not believe that. Like,
That
how
is
does someone
insane.
get that big without, especially back then? Like,
without
he must
like
have
social
been,
media.
he was extremely talented.
Yeah.
Crazy, eh?
No, he was. And it's crazy to think like it's just so many things happened with Elvis. Like they wouldn't let, like the TV wouldn't go past, would only show him from the waist up or something. TV cameras.
I didn't
because
know this.
the movement of his hips would
Yeah,
get girls.
Oh,
to,
yes. Yeah, that was all through the film. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's crazy. Like we studied
a lot of politics in that movie as well. Like, a lot. So I just, it's crazy. Like it just blows my mind how back then things were so different.
Oh, it's now it's fucking, now we've got Lizzo in a fucking.
Oh, exactly. Someone can do that now.
But twerking on
back
stage.
then, dead set, bro. That's like perfect example. Like it just blows your mind, eh? You can't.
Yeah.
I can't comprehend
like I don't
it.
think I could be shocked by anything anymore.
Nah.
Which is a bit shit because I think shock factor used to be so like I think that's what made I think sort of shaped the pop industry quite a bit. And pop culture is that like shock factor.
Yeah. Who are these guys? That's never been done before.
Yeah.
100%
agree.
agree.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I think the last person was probably like maybe like Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Like early on when she did like the meat dress and shit like that, you know?
And now it's all sort of, I don't know,
Yeah.
as weird as it is, it's normal.
There's no mystery in pop anymore, you know?
Yeah.
I think
100% agree.
Michael Jackson was so like, there's so much mystery.
Because it's never been done before.
Yeah. And like everything with him, like his skin, his fucking, the whole fucking Neverland shit.
Yeah. I actually don't know
He's
enough
fucking
about,
innocent.
I don't know enough about that to comment.
But yeah, it's just, I feel with like social media, although it's good because it gets, you know, artist music out there and it lets you reach fans, and I think that's a huge plus for the music industry. I think there's like a downfall in the fact that like you're seeing everything everyone's doing at all times, you know,
100%.
and it's like there's no. I think actually Beyonce's like still like got that mystery to her.
Yes, yeah.
you know, she's part of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
But drinking fucking baby's blood and shit.
Oh, I don't understand any of that. Like, I don't know. It blows my mind, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I went too far down.
I'm sort of oblivious to it, you know. Yeah. Oblivious. Yeah.
It's all connected, man.
Oh man.
No, I don't know if I actually believe that shit. But yeah, I think there's, you know, I don't think we'll get that back within like sort of the music industry, pop industry is like that sort of level of, you know, mystery. And like, I don't know, it's weird. I would have loved to be like alive at like the height of MTV.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Like in like like be a teen in the early 90s and shit. Like, you know, Nirvana and doing like MTV Unplugged and shit all like that. It was such a massive, like monumental moments in these, like, for the music industry.
Huge. It's shaped it like for how it is now. Like.
And how it changed so quick. Like there was like cassettes, like went from vinyl cassettes, CDs to then like straight away it was like iTunes, and it's like, nah, that's not good enough. Fuck it, we need streaming. I think we've reached it now. I don't think
you wouldn't think so, but I feel like there's always going to be another thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think streaming is just such, like, it's so good.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
Like, it's the best fucking $14 I spend a month.
Not so much for artists, but it is amazing.
Yeah. For the consumer.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Consumer. Yeah. And getting your music out there, I guess, and heard.
Yeah.
It's like someone like me. It's good to be able to share that. You know,
oversaturated almost.
Yes.
You know?
Same
as putting my podcast on there. It's like, fuck, man, I'm one of fucking 2 million or fucking 10 million. I think
the stats is like 100,000 songs a day
get put on Spotify. Fuck me.
Yeah.
That is,
So how do you stand out?
Yeah, it's hard, but you know, once
just keep doing it, and exactly.
Yeah.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. Like,
I think that's why in Australia, it's like it's very beneficial to have someone like Triple J, who's such a, you know, although I don't agree with everything they do, but they're such a great platform for Aussie artists to, you know, to every like Aussie artist I follow
is in Triple J.
Pretty much started on Triple J. Yeah. Like even
that's
your
how
DJs, even like your Hayden James, your fucking Flume, like
that's how they break the industry in Australia. Basically, is through Triple J. It's like massive for helping artists out in Australia. And
because they run majority of music festivals, like they're, you know, they put an artist on, you know, like look at fucking Tones and I. She won the fucking, what do you call it? Unearthed. She won Unearthed, and then she got onto Splendor. Yeah, playing on the main stage at 12 o'clock open on the Friday, which no car ever goes.
Yeah, for sure.
Only like if you're a real,
but
like,
still, it's
a
good.
Fan.
Yeah, it's a stepping stone. You know,
but then she got a fucking massive crowd.
Yeah.
And then she just blew up from there. Went number one in like 142 countries. Fucking Dance Monkey.
That's the goal, isn't it?
Like fuck, man. Crazy.
That's the goal.
But I think you just keep fucking putting out the music, and you know, and you'll get there.
I'm not stopping, man. I'm not stopping anytime soon. So
fucking oath.
I'll stick around for a while.
That's it, brother. Well, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Especially from like, if people, you know, if you haven't seen the original episode with Will, I would say go on.
Yeah, listen to it before this. Obviously you can't do that now.
Maybe look at the end. Yeah, maybe look at it after and see how far it's come. You know? Because I can definitely see the drive within you, and it's pretty awesome to see. You know,
hungry, man. I'm hungry.
Yeah,
gonna get it done.
I can tell. Yeah. But thank you very much for coming in
all good.
Speaking free. Once again,
let me know.
You're welcome anytime.
Let me know when you want me on next time.
Thanks, brother. We'll do another one a year later.
A year later, next year. I'll see you this time next year.
Remember, guys, speak free with Matty G.